Alright, well, welcome back to the stream. I guess we're gonna try this once again. I don't know what's going on here today. This is definitely getting annoying. Kinda sucks that happened, but there's nothing I could do about it. So, other than that, we're gonna try this once again, see if we can get it to work. But, who knows? Things annoying the hell out of me today, as it's just having problems. So we're gonna try this once again. Well, now we might have a new pole sitter. As it ends up being stupid. It's probably because I did too many things. Pole sitters, Angel Gutierrez, Dan qualified better this time. A lot of people had to shuffle around in quali. So there, your second place points is now down to 38th. Where's Hodek though? Where's first place in points? Mitchell Hodek. Boop boop. I feel stupid. I don't see him. Oh, he starts at 9th. Okay. We'll go to happy hour now. Lovely. Love when the game crashes. Looks like Adam Gardner has the fastest car in happy hour. Oh, now Max Service second. Alright, now we're back to the race. Put this to TV1 and the pole sitter.
Drivers, to your cars.
Alright, start it there. Well, now we got a 23 lap race and we'll figure out what's going on. So there's Angel Gutierrez, Lingerfelt now, Dan Park, Brian Glennon, Reese Schaefer, Sam Oscon, Farron Neelam Jr., the 42 of Corey Chase, and then the 16 of Mitchell Hudek, and Daniel Voiles, your top 10. Let's get ready to go back green here at Daytona Road for the first time. Definitely didn't have to restart because of a crash. Here we go. Does anybody get spun out here? Doesn't look like it this time, so we shouldn't have that problem of where it thought somebody was the leader that wasn't. Alright, and we are back green here at Daytona Road. It looks like everybody is going to be able to start this one. Angel Gutierrez has the lead going into the first corner, but Dan Park looking to the inside now. Not quite there. Lingerfeld looking to the outside. Looks like the 25 though will hang on for the moment as we go back here a little bit. Some 3 wide, maybe 2 through that chicane. Devin Smith here battling Daniel Voiles for a top 10 spot. Everybody did cross the line there. And it looks like the 77 will clear the 49 of Chris Melee to the inside. As there's a couple double file up here. And it looks like they will clear most of all that. Except for right here with Devin Smith and the 49 of Chris Melee here. They're still side by side here into the second international horseshoe. Still side by side here. And it looks like Devin Smith will finally get that position. Boyles though goes a little wide, might give the door to the 38 there. And they will clear through that. Let's go back to the 43 of Barrett Compton back here battling. Looks like Andrew Connolly the 4th. And it looks like the 43 will get down there. We'll go back up here for right now. Looks like Dan Park got up in the 2nd. Gonna keep it there now. Reshafer back to third. I don't like these TV cameras. There we go. TV2 is a little bit better. Is anybody going to get a good run? Looks like Brian Glenn was pretty close to Lingerfeld here. Now this camera angle's bad. Man, the spectator one was better there. What the? Here's Schaefer looking to the inside. He's a little far back though for that. It's Angel Gutierrez, pulling away up front at the moment. Dan Park gets a little loose. So does Reese Schaefer. Everybody has a problem with that corner, and Daniel Voiles got out of shape, and that's allowing Devin Smith in the 77 to move up now. Around the outside, he can't make that stick. Can he get the run off though? Not quite. And they should at the pit. Is it 12 laps, 11 laps, something like that, maybe 10. Right now, they're all single file for the most part. And I think everybody's still in the race. Emerson, your second place in points after that reset. Unfortunately, looking like he's not going to have a good day here. Unless he has some good pit stops, maybe he can move up through the field. Josh Fox battling the 45 at RJ Bishop there in the 2. RJ in the 45. Let's go back up front. And just Angel Gutierrez just pulling away now here. Looks like Lingerfeld getting ever so slightly closer to the 41 of Reshaper. We'll see if he can. He needs a good bust out, but it doesn't look like he looks like he went wide there. They do have the front stretch chicane to go still. Oh, maybe the spectator cams are better up here. As Reese gets through that pretty cleanly. Same with everybody else. I don't think anybody ever goes side by side through this. So, no, it doesn't look like it. But they're all making it through. It all depends on their exits though, if they can do anything. Let's see how the spectator cam is through here. Actually not horrible. Just a little fire. Looks like it probably will come down to the pit stops for anything to change about this race. Go back and forth between TV2 and the spectator on the front stretch, I guess. TV1's a little bit better through here though. Devin Smith has Daniel Voiles right behind him again. Can he hang on to that spot for the moment? That looks to be maybe one of the closer battles. And, the 38, or sorry, the 77 has made 2 spots. At least, I think, since the start of this race. Can anybody get a run down the backstretch? Glad I made this a shorter race, though. 20 laps to go. Nobody's able to get to each other. Maybe except for here at the back. Emerson made up a spot. Looks like Causey's falling all the way to last because he got passed by the 88 also. We'll go back to spectator cam here for the front straight chicane. Front stretch chicane, I should say. Here we go. Nobody's close enough to each other. I mean, if one of these two mess up the corner, someone might be close enough to make a move. Not quite, though. I think it all really depends on how you do up here in the front couple turns. Oop, we go this way in the camera. Here we go. Like Dan made it through there pretty decently. I see like how the 40 messed up, the 42 messed up there. Chris Melee messes up, and that's going to allow Colin Francis to get to his outside here. Can the 30 get around Chris Melee now? The 30 is going to have the run on the outside, it looks like. The 30 will clear the 49. That's going to be for like 11th or 12th position here. They're still side by side though. The 49 and Chris Melee comes back. Still side by side. Can the 30 just send it into this turn and clear the 49? And does finally. Not quite. The 49 is getting a little bit of a run on the outside here. Will they be side by side into the chicane, or will the 49 have the momentum? It looks like Chris Melee will have the momentum over Colin Francis possibly, but the 30's coming back here. Down the back straightaway. Off a turn two, into the bus stop. Will they make it work side by side? Into the bus stop, here we go. And the 30 has to give way, and that's going to allow Bowen Adams and the 9 to maybe get there. But that slows up the 9 now. How will the 97 and Joshua Balliet get up to him? As we go back to the spectator view here. As we go back up front, I don't think anything has changed up here. It all depends on how they get through that first turn. Angel Gutierrez, can they make it through this section easily? And it looks like they will. Does anybody mess it up this time? They do not. Oh, the 16 of Hodak does really badly. Your points leader is going to lose a spot here. The 42 now of Corey Chase going to try and get that spot. Continue to watch this battle now. Can the 77 Devin Smith also get there? It looks like Corey Chase clears with ease actually in the 16 compared to like the 49 and 30. But that did stack up everybody behind him a little bit. Yeah, everybody's pretty far from each other. Oh, I mean it's a little far back, but Matthew Huber trying to get around Adam Gardner towards the back of the pack. Every point does count. The 18 sends it on in there into the bus stop. We might have to give way on the outside of the bus stop here, but gets the inside back, and Adam's going to lose 2 spots there. That is unfortunate for the 1 car. And Emerson might drop back to last after being second in points up until this point in the season. Now we go back to the leaders here. Dan Parker is closing in ever so slightly. I don't know if he's going to be able to make a pass. Oh, he messes up the corner though. But Reese Schaefer was not able to capitalize on that. Oh, Devin Smith and Voiles also mess up that corner. Can Chris Melee get there? Not quite. 43 of Barrett Compton closing in on max service. And it looks like the 01's trying to make a move, but can't quite get there. And side by side with Troy Salter and 31 of Dylan Ibrahim. They're side by side through the kink here. It looks like Troy will have to slide in behind the 31 unless he sends it into the turn here, and he does. That is still for position. Can the 22 get off the corner though and get that spot? He cannot, but that might give Ben Parker a chance to dive down to the inside of the 22. No, it does not. But Dan messing up a little bit there, he lost a little time. Let's see how everybody's pit stops go though when we get to that. $15 minutes to do 6 laps. Somewhere around that. Linger felt really close to Reese Schaefer here. He's going to go on the outside of the 41. He got a great run through that front stretch chicane. And he's going to try and make a move here. That's for third place, the 5 is. Can he make it stick? He cannot. Reese Schaefer has the inside line. Lingerfeld goes way wide. That might allow Brian Glennon to get to him. And he's going to go loose through there. Same with Brian Glennon. That might allow Farron Elam Jr. to make a move here. And the 17 sends it into the inside. That is for 5th place now. Can Farron get it to stick off the corner, though? Keep battling the 98. It does not look like it. That is unfortunate, but it was a good try. Did anybody else have a battle? We do. We got Colin Francis and Bowen Adams again. Bowen still trying to get that spot. Francis trying to hang in there. Bowen Adams, though, has the clear inside line advantage here. That's going to allow Joshua Ballett in the 97 maybe to get there too, but the 30 has to run on the outside. And Bowen cannot capitalize on that chance. Now Dan still within a second of Angel Gutierrez here. Can he get around, at least get some bonus points for leading lap? Can he stay out one more lap than the 25? Can anybody do that, or will they all pit the same lap? Reese, though, closing in on the 7, has the draft here. Dan went a little high there. Here into the front stretch chicane. Oh, is this spectator? No, we're on TV1. Whatever. The 25 must have messed up there a little bit, as Dan is catching up to the 25 here. Trying to make a move again. Takes a wide entry. Hits the curb though, and same with the 41. They both get really loose. Dan almost hit the grass there. Okay, I meant to switch cars. God damn it. No one could make a move there that time. How about back here, Barry Compton looking. Max Service gets around Josh Fox there. Now Fox is trying to make moves. Everything's shuffling up towards the back of the pack here. Got a little battle back here. Dylan Rash trying to get around the 10. He couldn't get that to work. And they're bunching up a little bit up here. We'll stay with Lingerfeld here. As the 25 is pulling away. Can Lingerfeld again try to get around the 41 to Reese Schaefer? Actually, I'm gonna go get food after this one. We're not doing Darlington today. I'll do one right after work each day now that it's only gonna take like an hour. Or not even. Lingerfeld closing in on Reese Schaefer here. As they come into the front stretch chicane. Can anybody get a decent run? Does not look like it. I mean, Dan is closing in on the 25 again, but they're not close enough. Kyle goes on the outside once again. Dan gets quite out of shape there, but not as bad this time. Ryan Glennon did there. So what about everybody else? Everybody else going through pretty good. Bone Adams just had a big out of shape. Let's allow the 97 to get there. They should be pitting any time now. Josh Fox trying to make a move again on the 45 RJ Bishop back here. That's around the 19th position. It might be RJ trying to get around him. Looks like the 45 might get this move done. Side by side between the 2 and the 45 still coming into the oval. Fox got a nose ahead, but the 45 is going to get the run on the outside. Can Jesse Adams and 19 follow suit? They cannot. Dan Park closer to Angel Gutierrez again, but is not able to make a move. It'll probably come from pit stops if it does. Will the 25 have a good stop to keep the lead? And it doesn't look like nobody's pitting yet. They'll pit at least once, I think. So if they can get to lap 12, they should be good to make it to the end. If they can't make it to lap 12, they'll have to pit like lap 22. Unless somebody saves fuel. Reese Schaefer close to Dan now. Lingerfeld also right behind him. As we continue to watch the front of the field. Everybody's single file for the most part. It looks like maybe Brian's the closest battle to Lingerfeld now, as the top two are within a second of the race leader. Two spectator view through here. Dan got a little out of shape there. That might give Reese a shot for second. Unless they're pitting this time. Is that what they do when they pit? What the fuck? They cut the track? Man, I really should have paid attention. So everybody's pitting now. Farron takes the lead as he stayed out another lap. We're going to watch probably Dan on his pit stop here and see who comes out first out of this group. Farron and a couple others did stay out. Dan got a little damage from Lingerfeld hitting him there. A Reese comes out already. Reese had an amazing stop. The 25 and the 7 did not. Oh, the 25 and 40 hit each other coming off of pit road. It looks like Reese might take the race lead. Now, some of the field did stay out. It looks like Farron Elam Jr. was the first one to do so. So we'll see when he pits here where he comes out comparison to everybody. But it looks like Reese will be your race leader now. Here comes Farron through the bust or the chicane. He might be able to make it to the end on fuel, as he will be pitting on to lap 12. Some of those guys who pit the last lap might not be able to make it. Well, all of you still might not be able to make it, I guess. However, Farron here, who stayed out with a couple of the others, might be able to. I still think it's weird how they pit here. That's funny. We'll stay with Farron as he pits. We'll see where Farron comes out in comparison to them. And he's coming off a pit road already. There's Reese. Farron had a good stop, it looks like. But he's slow through this part. Coming off a pit road. Here comes Lingerfelt now. Lingerfelt got in front of the 25. Here comes Angel Gutierrez off a pit lane. Oh, God damn it. Looks like Farron will slide in third, maybe fourth, because here comes the 25 Angel Gutierrez. Dan has fallen back to about seventh, it looks like. We gotta wait for it to, everybody to cross the line to redo. So it's Reese, Lingerfelt, Angel Gutierrez, Farron, Sam Oscon, who I think these two got into each other in pit road. Dan, I know this was ninth, but I think you're like seventh. And then this is like the battle at the end of the top 10. Anybody else making any spots up? We're gonna go take a look back here. This is a close battle. Dan in the 7 to 40, Sam Oscon and Farron Elam Jr. here. We know Farron got a lap lead, so he gets 5 points. Dan looking to the inside of the 40. Don't know why the 40 is going high like that. That maybe the damage is hurting the 40. I see that front end damage on the car. Dan looking to the inside of the 40 into the NASCAR chicane. We haven't seen a pass here yet. It looks like Dan will get it to work maybe. And he does. Everybody crosses the line again. Dan is up into fifth with that move. He's going for Farron Elam Jr. also to the inside maybe. Farron, he clears the 17 and Dan's up into fourth. In the 7 car. Reese still hanging on to the lead over Lingerfelt, Angel Gutierrez, and Dan Park now into fourth. Has made 2 moves in the last lap. 40 falling back. 17 doesn't have warm tires yet apparently. And some of these guys. Reese just way out there. We're gonna watch this group of cars. They're all pretty close together here. We'll watch Brian Glennon for now. I don't like the spectator view from that side, okay. That's only on the front straight. The 40, I think, is holding this whole group up. Dan, let's say he was 6.3 back. Let's see where he is this time, because we see how much he's pulled from the 40. The 40's damage is definitely, I think, is hurting the 40 car. Into the chicane, though. Farron looks like they're going to try and get around the 40 here. But here comes Chris Melee to the outside, also the 17. The 17 stuck in the apron. Will he still make the move on the 40, though? Going to the inside and in turn 1, they will. And Dan is up to 6.3, so still a lot of time to catch up. Oh, Brian Glennon hits the wall there. We haven't seen that one happen yet. The 40 being a little bit slower with the damage is checking everybody up. Reese still about 3.4 out ahead. Chris Melee trying to hang on. Got around Brian Glennon trying to hang on over him now. As they're all trying to get around the 40. Can the 40 hang on for a top 10? There's a lot of cars right behind him though. 16th is 10th place. Brian Glennon might have a little damage now. The 16 of Hodak trying to get another top 10 and keep his points lead. Will they make another move? Dan, 6.3 from the leaders. We'll see where he's at this time. Farron also catching back up to him. Looks like, yep, the 49 catching on the 40 once again. Where will they go to pass? Or will they? 49 just hangs tough for now. Says, I'll probably get you in the turn one. Dan might be catching the at least second and third right now. Reese, though, on another level. Yeah, Dan 5.6 back now. If he can keep that pace, he might be able to catch the leaders. Here comes Chris Melee to the outside of the 40, though. But cannot get it done. Brian Glennon, though, is also there now. Brian almost hits that wall once again, and Chris Melee gonna lose quite a few spots. Here comes the Corey chasing the 42 now. And the 49 trying to make a move, loses 2 spots there. Reese on another level at this moment. Dan, though, catching up to second and third. As we watch Dan Park here, he's ever so slightly getting closer to the 25. We'll go back for a second now to the 40. Watch the spectator view coming into that chicane up front. 98 of Brian Glennon, once again catching up to him. Oh, sorry. I thought we were definitely coming to the front straight. We are not. That's okay. I don't mind this view right now. The 98 Brian Glennon right there behind him. Where will he go to try and pass the 40 here? Looking to the inside, and the 40 does go high. They're side by side here into the chicane. 98 will clear. What about Corey Chase as he's battling the 49? And he's stuck on the apron with Chris Melee side by side on the front straightaway now. Dan caught up another second, it looks like. These guys are still battling. Oh, that's a, here we go. Oh, the 40 gets really loose there. This is going to allow the 42 Corey Chase to get there. Can the 40 hang on? Does not have the power in that car right now. And here comes Chris Melee now. I'm still fighting the 42. Will they try to send it up to the inside? They will not. Dan has caught up to the 25 and the 5. Has to get around these two pretty quickly to get up to Reshaper. Can they all make it on fuel though? Will the 17 be able to make it? Here comes Dan through the chicane now. We'll look back at the 40 here in a second after these guys get through the chicane. Dan, I think, got a good run here on the 25 maybe. 25 for some reason moving up the track as they're coming into the French stretch chicane. Does not look like Dan will have a move yet. What about the 40? The 49 is there. Looking to the inside. Can't quite get there. Now we go back to this group. Can Dan get to the inside of these guys? He cannot. We'll watch through the trouble turn. Dan gets loose. The 40 hangs on for now, but if the 40 ever gets looser here, that could be bad. I hope the 49 does this time. Dan lost quite a bit of time there. Dan's still looking. Maybe the 40 is finally evened out with the damage. We'll see if the 49 can close the gap at all. Sam Haas kind of just trying to stay in the top 10. Reese about 3.7 out up front though. And nobody's looked back. He has not looked back at all. It looks like nobody will get to the 40 this time. Dan still by the 25 though. Closes in quite a bit here. Lingerfeld pits. So they're pitting early this time. Reese also pit. Interesting strategies going on. Interesting. Now the 25 and Dan Park battling for the race lead. Dan got really loose there again. Farron was also catching up once again. I still don't know. I think the 17 can still get to the end, but I'm trying to figure out why those guys pit now. I get if you took 2 tires, you might think it's bad, but if you took enough gas, you should be fine. But I guess not. The 17 might be able to make it. We'll continue to watch the leaders now. I think the 40 pit too. Looks like it. We'll stay out with whoever stays out though. See who has the fastest lap in the day. Looks like it is Farron. Maybe it's because he, had clean air when he took his tires. Will these three pit this time? Does not look like either of these three will pit. Dan Park though is there. Can he make a move to get to the race lead? Maybe the 25 did take 4 tires and the other two just took 2, like they were talking about. Lingerfeld needs to just stay right behind the 25 through here and have a chance. Just don't get loose. He really didn't that time, but the 25 had still had a better section. Farron also stayed out again. Alright, will the 25 Angel Gutierrez pit this time? Will Dan or Farron pit this time? Or will they all try to make it to the end? These three have quite a lead on the rest of the field. 25 is going a little high. Dan's going to catch back up here now a little bit. None of them pit. They all might be trying to make it to the end. The guys that took 2 tires probably pretty stupid right now. Unless, they're just all out pushing right now as these guys may be trying to save fuel. Dan goes way wide here. And gets loose, clips the curb. That might allow Farron to get to him. Not quite. Everybody's still in the race. Farron's there though. Maybe his fresher tires are helping him over the 7 at the moment. Because he pit last. Remember, Reese was still pretty far ahead. Where is he at now? He's 30th, 29 seconds back. He's got clean track basically because he's got like a 5-second gap. 3 laps to go this time by. And Farron got a great run out of the bus stop there. Or Le Mans chicane, I should say. Nobody pits again. Dan and Farron both had a decent way through the chicane again. He's sending it to the outside of the 25. Can't quite get there. Gets loose really badly again. Here comes Farron to the outside of Dan Park now. Well, this is for second. That allows Angel Gutierrez to pull away once again. Farron trying his hardest to get around Dan Park. Can Farron get there? Everybody's still in the race. Because they're coming around to 2 to go this time by. Oh, well, Angel pit here. And the 25 does come in. Same with the 7. And now Farron stays out. The other 2 look like behind them were also. Now, can Farron make it one more lap after this? That is the question. 2 to go for the 17 now. Can anybody make it on gas for that matter? Looks like some others did stay out, but they're quite far back. Now we wait to see if Farron pits her. Farron through the Lamar chicane. Now does Farron pit? He does. This will be interesting to see. Now we wait to see if anybody else is going to come through after Farron's pit. There's the 31. Dylan Ibrahim might get the race win here. All by himself, staying out another lap. Does he end up pitting though when he comes around next time? Can he make it on gas? Will he run out maybe? 42 of Corey Chase also stayed out. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Who is that back there? That looks like maybe the 99. Oh, that's the 6. Stayed out. Farron came out behind the 6. So in theory, Farron looks to still be the race leader. Maybe it only took gas on his stop. Can the 31 make it here on the final lap? He still has power right now. Will he be stupid and pit on the final lap? Some AIs sometimes do that. Hopefully not. Hopefully, if it is, his pit stop is before or after the start finish. You can get there before whoever is behind. Dylan Abraham coming through NASCAR 4 here into the final chicane. And he is not going to hit the pit. Still has the gas. And he's going to come around to win here at the Daytona Road Course out of nowhere. Now 31 wins this race. It looks like the 6 of Jay McDonald will come in second. Third will be Farron. Angel Gutierrez fourth. Causey fifth. Out of nowhere. Dan Park sixth. Seventh. Reese Schaefer. Eighth, Corey Chase. Ninth, Angel Cannoli the fourth. And 10th, Brian Glennon. And we will go through the rest of your field here in a second once everybody finishes this race. Chris Melee, I don't know what happened, but all the way back to dead last. Chris Melee coming around to finally finish his race. Nobody DNF this race. Chris Melee gonna come around to finish out the field. Last one racing. Oh, almost forgot. Season 4, race 12. Alright. Here's your results this way. We'll also take a look at it when we get to it. Process. Season 4. Well, let's see what it brings up when I do that. Here's 12. Nope. Laps and speed. What's the long road course that's on here? We'll do Sebring for it. Yep. Race 12. We had no yellows, 5 lead changes for 4 different leaders. Probably the lowest of the season, unfortunately. We'll go to results. We'll generate the files. Okay. And as for that, Dylan Abraham wins with leading 1 lap, gets the bonus points for that also. Fanny Lim Jr. led 4. Angel Gutierrez led 12. I think that was it. Oh no, Ree Schaefer led 6. Everybody else had 0. And for your rewards, Angel Gutierrez, pole and the front runner with 12 laps out of the 23. Met the challenge. Causey improved 29 places from qualifying 34th to end up finishing 5th. And your headache of the race with Sam Oscon dropped 32 spots, qualified 6th, ended up finishing 38th, unfortunately. And your diehard racer was Chris Maley, all the way back in 39th. And after 12 races, Mitchell Hodak, still your points leader, 27 points over Fan Nealon Jr. Emerson with a bad finish. Drops from 2 points back to 38 points back. Connor Cunningham 71 and 93 for Andrew Canole the 5th. Angel Gutierrez moves up into 8th with that finish. Andrew Canole the 4th is 7th. Causey 8th. Ryan Keenan 9th and 10th. Carlos Gutierrez. But because we're not doing a chase now, you basically just got to be consistent and make it up. We'll see what happens. Battle for last place. Colin Cropley last right now. 32 points behind Chris Maley to get out of last. Corey Chase, Dan Park, and Devin Smith at the bottom. Cropley, even though he's last, at least he has a win, I guess. He can say that. Uh, let's go through the statistics, because we haven't done that in a bit. Uh, some people who are laps-led leaders probably won't get caught now because of this change in the season. Um, However, wins. 2 drivers have 2. Dylan Abraham, Daniel Voiles, everybody else has 1. Top 5s, Andrew Carnelli the 5th has 4 top 5s, everybody else 3. Top 10s, Andrew Carnelli the 4th. The 5th has 4 top 5s, and the 4th has 5 top 10s, along with Carlos Emerson, Luna Farmer, and Mitchell Huddick. The only person to have 2 poles, Kyle Lingerfeld. Everybody else has 1. Laps completed, still Carlos Gutierrez on top with 1927 over RJ Bishop 1915. Adams, Powers, and Francis there. Laps led is Connor Cunningham at 208, 147 for Francis. Bowen Adams at 145, 137 Andrew the 5th, and Dylan Rash at 119. Miles completed is Carlos Gutierrez. And I don't think race 12 had anything. And no, it was the slowest pole and the most cars running, which is wild to say. But we will see you guys next time at Darlington. Peace out.